Hello, this is my vlog number 2 for the year. Yes, you can read all my latest blogs on my website, however, www.sayitclearly.co.nz. I'm Miriam Mackenzie, and I am the author of Say It Clearly, as well as Find Your Voice, Find Your Words, and created all the courses that you'll find on that website. And those 2 books that I just mentioned are on Amazon. I know. Yes, this week it is 24th of January, and the question for the week is, why are you here? Or I could have said it like, why are you here? Or why are you here? Why are you here? When you change your tone, it changes the meaning of what you're trying to say. When we use our inferencing skills, we can pick up on that tone and what word has been emphasized, and we can make a judgment about how this person might be feeling or the reason why somebody is here, as in listening to me or watching me or reading me. Tone, I've got my notes again. I've printed it off again because I'm either going to go off on a massive great segue and never get back and time will blow out, or I'll forget what I'm going to say. So anyway, because we can't read tone in print, and texting is the worst, especially if people don't do full stops and commas and all those sorts of things, and we put the emphasis on the word that we choose to create the tone we think we are hearing, and then we make a judgment about what we've read, and we usually get it wrong because we can't read tone in print. As I said earlier, if I say, why are you here? It could have a judgmental tone that suggests I'm frustrated about something or annoyed about something and I can't understand why you were here. Or if I say, why are you here? Maybe you've come here into the wrong place. You didn't mean to be here. You've just landed here and you're not too sure why you're here either. But if you've placed the emphasis on you, then you'd be reading the question the way I intended it for you to read. Why are you? Why are you visiting my website, reading the newsletter, listening to this podcast? And what information are you hoping to gain? My aim is to be informative, to give a tip or 2 to help your speech and your communication, and to provide insights and be interesting, and hopefully pleasant to listen to. Plus, I'll tell you what offers I've got going or any new resources that are coming up. This year, as in the last 30 years, I'm focusing mainly on children's speech. I have all the resources needed for people who speak English as a second language, and I have if you're wanting one-on-one training, I have a person who does that for you, with you rather. If you are in business, or if you are a woman especially in business, I have resources, Find Your Voice, Find Your Words, that help you if you're leading a team, juggling a team and really struggling to make progress. There's Find Your Words, Find Your Voice on Amazon, plus there's that course on my website, and I also have a trainer to help you with that aspect if you're wanting one-on-one. So my main focus is on children, because I've worked with children for over 30 years and I'm really passionate about it. As much as I hate to use that word, that over, but clearly, because I'm still here saying it clearly, I am a huge advocate of children learning how to speak clearly and correctly to build their confidence now and as they grow. Oral language underpins all learning and all social interactions. That's on page 7 of Learning Through Talk, printed by the Ministry of Education Learning Media in Wellington, New Zealand in 2009. Among other things, communication is really important for peers to form friendships. If a child is starting school and they're not able to articulate clearly or communicate clearly and their oral language is below their current age, it can make it really challenging for them to form friendships. And that's probably the worst probably the most worrying aspect of poor oral language is that children aren't going to make friends. And I've seen that happen frequently. If they don't have the vocab to understand what the teacher's talking about, they can't follow instructions. For the child, there is a level of frustration that can lead in disruptive behaviour, which is not cool for the children, their classmates, or for the teacher, because it really hinders the teacher's ability to teach. The delay in oral language means that teachers have to spend more time, bringing that child's oral language up to the correct level before starting to teach them how to read and spell. So they're on the back foot from the get-go. In the early 90s, as in the 1990s, schools used to test children as part of their 6-week check when they first started school to create a baseline as to where that child is at in terms of oral language. Then we'd fax that information or those results to the Ministry of Education. And from this data, the Ministry could ascertain where issues were most concerning and then put extra funds towards this, with speech language therapy, for example, or other resources like a teacher aid to assist and support. This passing on of information stopped in the early 2000s, and now when teachers ask for extra help because generally children's oral language is so poor, the response is, oh, we don't have the data to support that oral language is a concern or oral literacy is a worry. It's really frustrating. But the first learning happens at home. Parents are the first teachers, and it's essential for adults at home to talk to their children, not just issue instructions or throw a device under their noses and let YouTube do the talking or the teaching. And this is ironic because I have a YouTube channel that does exactly that. But to make myself feel better about it all, it is tech for the best use. Yeah, that's where I'm going with that. But it's really crucial for the adults at home to look the children in the eye and talk 5 turns of conversation. I allude to this all the time. The Harvard Graduate School of Education's Family Dinner Project has a heap of resources and information about this, how it grows the children's brain, not just oral language, it's whole brain development. Or start here with me in terms of correct articulation. I am not a speech language therapist. I am a speech teacher, and I teach voice development, and I teach clear and correct articulation according to my training through New Zealand Speech Board and Trinity College London, New Zealand. Yep. And I went to university in Otago, Dunedin, New Zealand, and Dunedin Teachers College. So that's where my training comes from. One of the very top tips I can give you is tongue placement. Correct tongue placement is crucial for clear speech. Take the th sound, for example. If you hear anyone saying thanks, or it's my birthday, or oh, I've got 3 of those, they're not putting the tongue in the right place. You've got to place your tongue between your teeth and blow air out through those gaps to make the sound. And let me tell you, I have got screeds and screeds and screeds of evidence of children spelling that TH sound with an F or a V, sometimes even a D, like my brother spelled with a D. I'm going to do another blog about this because, yeah. So unless there's a physiological reason for incorrect tongue placement, like tongue-tied, for example, exercises for the tongue and teaching the children the correct techniques to enunciate sounds, then words, then sentences can improve a child's speech rapidly. The best time, in my opinion, to help children with speech difficulties is when they're 3.5 to 6. That way you can stop any bad habits forming and get that tongue working in the correct way. But it's never too late. Even for the bothersome th sound that for adults who were never corrected as children. Now's your chance to get it sorted. So how do you teach a child correct tongue placement? There is a free video on my course Clear Speech for Children at www.sayitclearly.nz. That's Clear Speech for Children, and the free video is called Tongue Placement. There's also a link on my blog. And I was going to say something else about that right then. Oh, I'm changing platforms from my speech courses. So until the end of January, so you've got just over a week, it's 50% off every single course. Use VIP50 in lowercase or uppercase in the checkout, and you'll get half price videos. No, half price courses. Great. Have a good week, everybody. I think I'm starting to relax.